EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Houston Texans and the Baltimore Ravens.
Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game.
And boy, a rough start to this one as this kick goes out of bounds.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The give is to Elliott. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Always so many storylines when you're playing January football. And, Charles, you talk about this offense, their head coach, it's his first time in charge in the playoffs. And I think you and I were both kind of surprised by his demeanor and specifically his comments and his confidence at the press conference where he really all but guaranteed a victory.
Yeah, I was a little bit taken aback because you don't normally see that. And on one hand, it's like, all right, cool. He feels great about his team. But on the other hand, I don't think it's in his best interest to do that. How many playoff games has he won again, Brandon?
None.
So there's your answer right there. I guess what he was trying to do was fire up his team. But he has to make sure he doesn't fire up the other guys because there have been a lot of coaches who've made guarantees that are no longer coaching in this league.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play action with Hurts. And this goes out wide for Drake. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. A first down carry by Elliott. A gain of 3, second down. Hurts. Touchdown, Texans. Jacob Harris, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
Point after, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Texans 7, Ravens nothing.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Now here's a pass on first down. It's knocked away and incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
He's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Flushed, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Max Crosby drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Goff. Got an open man. It's Ratley. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Back to throw. Goff. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Goff throwing again. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore.
When you think of guys that are built to be big-arm quarterbacks, Jared Goff, he fits that mold, and he showed it off right there.
Extra point right down the middle.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. Shrugs him off. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. A give to Elliott. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's caught by Davis. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
7 yards, the pickup there.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Throwing is Hurts. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
And the Texans first down.
These two teams all tied after 1.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Hurts fumbles it.
We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
On 2nd and 7, Hurts. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
Touchdown! Ezekiel Elliott, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Texans have taken the lead. No problem there on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Solomon Thomas forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Just beating the play clock is Goff. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 46 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. On 1st and 10, Goff. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drop.
And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Matt Breida, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now this time he'll look to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Harris. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Grant Delpit. And will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Extra point forthcoming. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now to return it, here's Kenyon Drake. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give him a chance to go to the bench.
There he goes, right side. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Houston.
For Henry Ruggs, he was the fastest runner at the 2020 Combine, ran the 40 at 4.27. That is fast, folks, and that speed in evidence there.
And that was an example of catching a team off guard because it really paid off for them. They weren't ready for that at all. I know they weren't ready to try and catch him because once he hit full stride, that was going to turn into a big play, and it did.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the scores, the kicks away. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On first down, gone.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. It's second down.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Here's second and 10.
On the handoff, this is Breida. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll fake the give. Now gone. This is intercepted.
Picked off by Kenny Moore. And the Texans are going to have it here just past the 25. So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now.
Plenty of adjustments likely being made by both teams in their respective locker rooms. To find out who advances to the divisional round, let's get you back out to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And, CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied. This is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is. And doesn't it speak to the pair?
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw into the hands of Fant.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the 17, Goff.
Going right back to Fant.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
2nd and 5 now. Goff. Flush to his right. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Damian Ratley from 6 yards away. And the Ravens have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. On the return comes Drake.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll drop to throw. But he's got his target, Harris. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield.
Safety Grant Delpit up to make the play.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
On 2nd and 9, Hurts. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now Elliott. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
From the 36, Hurts. Throw left side, taken in by Pittman. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here's Elliott. Oh, what a move. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
From the 25 on second down, Hurts. The toss here completed to Pittman.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the third quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
Now Elliott. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Elliott. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Now a play fake, and it's gone. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Neville Gallimore. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. The Ravens on third down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Goff. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Houston.
Well, we've said it many times, Charles, when you have weapons like this at the wide receiver position, just get them the football any way that you can, and here it's in the run game.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And it's all on the line now, all even in this wild card matchup. Maybe their most important drive of the season coming up right now here, 1st and 10. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Goff. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank.
And the Ravens are going to have it here just past the 25.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
A handoff to Breida to begin the drive. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Olivier Vernon brings him down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
Here's Goff. Into the secondary, past the 40. And all the way out to the 45-yard line.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Goff on 1st down.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Goff. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Divine Diablo.
And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. Got an open man, it's Rattling. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st down, it's gone. That'll be complete to Breida.
And he will be out of bounds with a 1st down as they will have a 1st and goal on the other side of the 2-minute warning.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal, looking to take the lead here in the late going. They'll try to run with Breida. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Goff now to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This for the lead in the final stages. And this one is right through. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
On the return comes Drake. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Escape. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Max Crosby in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
It ain't no joke out here right now.
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.